All right, hello, Sagittariuses. This is for your month of I don't even know. October. What's that about? That's weird. Um, okay, so I'm doing this actually on the 29th of September. I don't know why this is spotlighted. Oh, this is a big full moon or something like this, right? Right? In Aries. Um, anyways, October. So this is the day I'm doing it, right? But so there is a lot of shit going on, Sagittarius is, and maybe there's lots of different Sagittarius, but I feel like, man, the past maybe a couple months have been, there was a lot of tower moments and different things like that, and a lot of changes with, I don't know, your life. uh, like there always is. But what I'm gonna share with you is, so I was planning on getting your video out. I don't know if I'm really gonna title it this, but I have several people in my life that are Sagittariuses, and so when I do your video, I also kind of, I mean, it's a collective, of energy, and one Sagittarius doesn't have the same exact stuff. You're in a different part of life. So you could have younger and then older. Like, do you know what I mean? So you're in a different stage of life, but there might be similarities. Okay, right? So anyways, watch out for people speeding and rushing to work. Even crossing double lines to pass people. So, and if you are in an accident, even if it's a fender bender, this needs to be pointed out. You need to call the police wherever you're at and document it. And if the person there is trying and get insurance, take pictures of the license plate, you know what I mean? All of these things. It's being spotlighted. So maybe these kind of already happened. But for future reference, if you are ever in even like, a car accident that's not huge, you still need to call the authorities and get, because you have to even file insurance and all that stuff. So I don't know why that's being spotlighted. Well, I do, because yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but you're also gonna find out that what you've been going through, because we do have this full moon energy and it is in Aries, so there is emotions, right, of fire and action, and these might be bringing up, like, Aries rules also, like, the head, so there could even be some headaches or hot-headedness. So you're gonna find out though in some of your friends zone that they actually were going through something that was even more crazy than you. Okay? And so I'm gonna jump to friend zone, being Aquarius, Leo energies, stuff like that. Yeah, people you'd never would have anticipated. There is this Aquarius energy, even rising signs, so they have an appearance of I don't know. I don't want to be rude to anyone who, so there's a metrosexual, let's call it this. Yeah. A fruit basket. Fruit of the loom, fruity pebbles. I don't know. Anyways, so that's random. I'm gonna start with cards. Holy crap, it's already 4:14. So maybe Aries season is important, or Aries is involved. Some of you could have Aries, and then Sagittarius or Aries is in your chart. So wherever it is, might be affected. So we also have the sun in the Libra energy, right? And that's about, partnership and being fair and relationships. And then the Aries energy is about taking the lead of it. But these are emotions. And so there's going to be a sense of, oh, I want to bring up a fabulous astrologist, his channel, Gregory Scott, which was interesting. I used to listen to him years ago. And then I kind of dwindled away, and it popped up again. And so it's spotlighted. So Gregory Scott, go listen to him. There's also a couple other channels that have been really fascinating. There's also something about pancakes and you suck at cooking. You guys like that? Oh my gosh. Okay. The Libra energy was already here for the Scorpio reading. Sagittarius and Libra came up for that. I'm gonna jump into the cards though. I think you guys are gonna get some wisdom of the trees. Let's just do this one by Jane Struthers here. Inspirational cards and wisdom from the trees. The wisdom and guidance. The wisdom trees oracle. Okay, I see olive underneath there. That's also making like a sanctuary, a home. That the little owl is there, so there's like wisdom. So there's a little sense of an hermit. But olive is like making a home feel like a home. Okay, you also get white stripes and little acorn. Be the squirrel, girl. It's a great song. And black elder. So elderberry tea. Very fascinating. Very beautiful bushes or plants if you've seen the elderberries. They have the most, it's like they have a blackish leaf. This picture doesn't show it that way, but they do. They have a blackish leaf and little white with pink flowers. And then the little elderberries, which you need to cook to utilize. They're toxic raw. So keep that in mind. Things like that. Maybe using elderberry stuff has always been said to kind of help with combating colds and, raising your immunity. Do your own research on that. You know what I mean? Trust olive oil even. Interesting. Okay. But there could be, I'm sensing there's like Capricorn or Virgo. There's wisdom with this olive tree, this olive branch. Olive oil. Okay, so that's just what was in it. I'm going to shuffle and see which one flows out for you, Sagittarius. Hey. All right, so Sagittarius is for the month of October. Whew. Okay, I feel like it was like the living, is this real life? Like living a soap opera? The crazy soap opera that is called your life, Sagittarius. You ever feel like that? Dun, dun, dun. So I gotta keep going with this so this sense of seeing something happen in like a friends group that you had at one time, there was a parting of ways, and it hurts, and there was confusion of why. But then when you see how you were protected by not being in that, because I'm telling you, the shit goes down and it gets heavy. Like, shit, like romantic stuff, but not. It's jealousy, it's envy, rage, and weapons. And you're not involved. You're protected and safe from it. So whatever little thing that you go through, I know it never seems little, and it is, and I'm not trying to minimize anything, but there's a sense of humbling and seeing like, whoa, that kept me out because I could have been involved just as a bystander, like as a wrong place, wrong time, there's a feeling protected. And finally getting that aha moment of those other people and why there was a breaking of ways or doors closing. You know what I mean? Okay. Wow. Okay, we see Papal. I see Papal. This is so much about meditation and really detaching. I'm seeing someone really getting away and going kind of even into that hermit mode and enjoying their time alone and feeling protected, really actually enjoying the time alone. For whatever, meditating, clearing your head, praying, being grateful, like getting clarity. And that may be what will help you too. So I am going to get tarot. We got Eastern Cottonwood. This is always feeling connected. The connection with spirit, actually. Communication. Oh, Camphor. This is the clarity. Someone doesn't have the clarity at this point. The sun is shining here on this communication. The Cottonwood. Usually the elm. I am going to read out of the book with these because I am still learning these, but it's always, and I love getting the take of the author, you know. And there's fascinating information in here. We've got the chestnut, horse, chestnut. This is child-like stuff, games, nostalgia with this. The chestnut. And the elm, no way. I was going to say the elm is connection too, but there's a farm here with cows and it's in reverse. So both of these came this way. So I am going to read them that way out of the book. So let's go to horse, chestnut, upright. I opened it to oak. So the steadfastness. And about the rose. I don't know why I said rose. I meant the coast. Redwood, growth. Sequoia. Sequoia. This is strength, right? 47. Okay, this is a reminder. 6-7. So I don't know if someone is 67 or... The name Suzanne came through. I'm not saying that that's what, but there was a lot of Susie and Suzanne. 6-7 might be just a Gemini birthday, or 6-13, and that's an opposition, right, of you Sagittarius. So Redwood, 4-7. So Aries as well, 46. I've got 10-11, so Libra, I'll pop in with that too. You, it's for you. Taurus, you, regeneration. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I'm 48. All right, let's see. Here we go. Horse chestnut. This is about consideration. All right, the horse chestnut diva message. My shiny brown fruit has many practical uses, yet children enjoy. Children enjoy playing with it too. I can teach you how to consider the advantages and the disadvantages of everything you come across to help you gain greater wisdom and understanding. We got Turkish soldiers used to feed the brown fruits to their horses. Botanical gardens in Paris. A Britain thing called conkers. Creams made from them are useful in relieving venous congestion. 5-3, 53. Something is puzzling you. Hold it up to the light. There's a reflection. 12-50. Something's puzzling you. Hold it up to the light of careful thought and do not be in too much of a hurry to solve the conundrums. Sometimes the answer is slow to arrive. Do your best to be patient. This is even dealing with, wow, okay. Craziest thing. So 53 for me personally has meaning of a Gemini mother, but she passed at that age. So I also see Scorpionic, could be Leo and Gemini, Taurus. And this is about, so this meditation and stuff is something that's puzzling you, maybe how to move forward or how to, whatever it is telling you to be patient with it. Because something's puzzling you. Okay, the Eastern Cottonwood, no. The elm came in reverse as well as Eastern. Someone is not feeling connected. This is kind of what I'm seeing it is, these 4s, even with their home, their family, nurturing, mothering, the Cancer energy. I'm going to go to the elm now. These are fascinating. Okay, Papa was there too. This is the Enlightenment. Right? 33. No way. Okay. Numa. Spirit. 33. Some of you are 33 or someone was 33. Oh my gosh. Mom. My mom has come through real strong, Sag. She's Gemini. So I was 33 when she passed away. And so if you've ever been there at that moment when someone is transitioning, it's this bittersweet type, like, it's the most weirdest. So it's very enlightening, for reals. She'd point up into the corner and say, Abba, Abba. And at that moment, my brain went to, just dancing. Dancing Queen, ABBA, or whatever. You want to listen to some ABBA? Because in that moment, I didn't have the wisdom and knowledge to understand the father. So, and her father had already passed. And there's weird synchronicities. All of this is weird synchronicities. Okay. And my daughter, my firstborn, was born on the day her father passed. And so for her, that was something that she saw as a gift from her father. Not it, but a way to help that sorrow. So the death and birth synchronicity. The Cancer energy is there too. There's also sudden heart stuff. Okay, here's the enlightenment. So we also got, like I was saying, Boston. I don't know why Boston, but Danny Carey's drumming. Have you guys seen this? Of Numa. I might link some stuff into the description, but I always go to this. It just helps me move through. As well as Lateralis. Keep moving forward. But it's about Numa's spirit, breath. There's Aries, Capricorn, Taurus. But Vic Firth, I think, is the YouTube. I'm like sitting here like the drumming part of it. But he's wearing a Boston 33 jersey. So I also brought up in another video about 8-9. Okay, I've seen 8-9 a lot. Okay. Man, there's so much Sagittarius. Holy crap. So, the show What About Bob and the dinner scene. This is Leo is in this too, like Leonard maybe. But do you know what I mean? Like the name Leo, not necessarily always a zodiac sign, but it makes me think of that. But Bill Murray is in this What About Bob show and the dinner scene. Then you got pancakes. You've been having pancakes for dinner or something. I don't know why this is important, but that's what I'm doing. I just share what's coming through. And IHOP. Oh, Cancer sign. The pancake, International House of Pancake stuff. But no, doing it at home, better. There's another really, so watching some cooking videos, also helping shift. There's 3 different ones, and ironically, all of them are male, who are these fabulous cookers, chefs. I wonder if there is a Cancer sign, because it does make me think of a duality where, it kind of breaks the norm of the wife is supposed to be the good chef and the cook and do these things where, and there's the different roles are reversed, but it's beautiful. It's people doing what they actually have desire and passion for. And that's the important thing. Okay. I don't even know I'm telling this. Okay, Papal, set aside some time each day for meditation. Sit quietly. Listen to the sounds around you so that you honor each moment. Practice mindfulness in which you are aware of everything you do from minute to minute. And that 33 to me is, communication, creativity. Gemini's house number in the zodiacal houses, but the 6 is about receiving something. So even in your life, about your health, your day-to-day life, for me is that Virgo. So receiving this new creativity, communication, even from your siblings or people in your community. This is really these may seem like they're not deep spiritual ahas because we're keeping it surface. You know what I mean? Like, what's for dinner? Driving around your community, or what's for lunch, or how's the weather? How it's not taking it to a level of, do you believe in God? It's not taking it into, why are you here? What's your purpose? What do you think happens when we die? It's being here in the present moment and enjoying what there is of this earth, finding those things and finding, I think there's a beauty in sharing. I mean, the social networking, I know people get down on it, and I understand that too, because it can suck away, but it's just opened up so much of us to really be able to see other parts of the world and hear things, and hear other people's points of views and perspectives, and share recipes, share wisdom, but also share horrible and negative things too. But sometimes bringing light to some of these bad things isn't about harming others. It's about being aware to help people not get harmed or hurt other. You know what I mean? Manipulated. Because love is a beautiful thing. We all know that. Love is the highest. But what happens when it's toxic love? And it's like a manipulative. That's not, I guess it's not unconditional, but woo, okay, just rambling here. Okay, Eastern Cottonwood and Elm. Like I said, I'm gonna go to those ones now. This book is a little bit different with, okay, Camphor in reverse says, stand back from a trouble or perplexing situation, 43. For this inner transformation, even though with a Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Libra partner. You cannot see the entire picture if you are only looking at small parts of it. This will lead to confusion, narrow vision, and an inability to understand anyone else's point of view. Wow. The Elm, the communication, 6-1, and the connection. See, these are together. They come in flow, 60 and 61, 6-1. I'm also seeing the apple, a European beach. This is about generosity and giving, 6-6. Sustenance, food, being giving of food, generous. Wow, okay. The communication is in reverse right here with this case, 6-1. That you see, I've seen these 7-7s as well. In someone being completely honest with you at the moment, it is possible that they are not telling you the truth for some reason. Keep your wits about you, especially if you are involved in negotiations or important discussions. See, this is what's giving you the conundrum, I think, is that you're sensing when something's not right. You're sensing that you don't know all the details of something. Someone's not being completely telling you all the details. And this is what's keeping you stuck for trying to understand, because there's a missing piece that hasn't been shared. I have lived beside humans for thousands of years, and I am your friend. This is the elms. My wood is pliable, and my leaves feed livestock. I can teach you to connect wholeheartedly with those in your life, so your relationships become stronger and more satisfying. Water pipes, underworld. Elm is one of the rare woods that does not rot in water. So for centuries, it was used to make water pipes, posts, and ships' keels. It has often been connected with the underworld because the ancient Greeks planted it in their graveyards, and in more modern times, it has been used for coffins. In Scandinavia and German folklore, the elm marked the portal between the human world and that of nature spirits. Native Americans and Europeans have long used infusions of the inner bark of elms to treat stomach complaints and soothe upper respiratory infections. Okay, so there's some stomach issues. And someone is trying to maybe figure out where they came from or what caused it. It could be an Aries, and I'm just gonna recommend like a golden turmeric milk for soothing that. Maybe kefir milk, or a kombucha, but I like the golden turmeric milk. Yeah. Okay, connection. When we really want to connect our body with our emotions and stress, sometimes it is the food that you eat and something is not good with it, right? And doesn't set well. Sometimes it's the stress you're going under. Sometimes people can... I've often thought if someone is having really fast bowel movements, they're not taking time to process something, right? Maybe something is toxic and it's getting it out of without even... Okay. Now you've got connection. Now that one looked like it was kind of in reverse as well. A sensation of being isolated, alienated, and disconnected from your surroundings is leading to heartache and loneliness. Remember that you are an essential part of the world and that we are all connected at an energetic level. So it's coming forth even with this, Tool song, Numa, with Maynard and Danny and the rest of the band. Numa is Greek, and it brought up Greek, and this is what it's talking about, to remember that. There's another song, and I believe it's either Perfect Circle. What is this? There's a song called Gravity by Perfect Circle. Choosing to live. It's like the reverse of a suicide note. Okay, does this make sense? A reverse, like all the reasons too. You also got Petals and Whole. Courtney Love. Tear the petals off of you and make you tell the truth. You are an essential part. The Eastern Cottonwood has powerful associations with several Native American tribes. So it's coming through really strongly. And I personally also do have, Native American ancestry with my grandmother and my mother. And so this is a Sagittarius, you do too. A connection. Both of these so the camphor is India type. It's like something they would burn to kind of cleanse or give enlightenment. But this elm and this Eastern connection is also like, this is nature, right? This is connected to spirit, world, air, connection, earth, air. Inflammation. Yeah, inflammation and to relieve pain. And the steam of decoction of the bark, stems, and leaves can cure snake bites. Snake bites. So, like I had said in another video, and I don't know, Sagittarius, if I've told you all about these things, but I'm going to mention a channel called Summer Sanchez. She really talks about a lot of different cults. There's one that was crazy back in like the 60s and 70s called Synonym, and it was helping people get out of addiction, heroin addiction, but it turned nutbag. Okay, it turned nutty. in the coconut. Control, power, people worshiping, doing, like it's a Simon Says game, and people like are literally just following the lead. And then it's confusing when people do these things too. That brought me, the reason I brought that up with that snake bite thing is because that was part of a revenge tactic that they did for someone who was trying to out them and free them, because and let them know what was going down in this, that it was abuse, violence. Yeah. Anyways, there's tons of them, right? So there's also from cults to consciousness, which I'm bringing these up because I want to bring awareness that oftentimes people can be controlled through what feels like love, what feels like service, what feels like, you know, the same thing with like Charles Manson. All right, so that was fascinating. Let's continue. It's 3103 Libra energy underneath there. Whoa. So some of you, so this Libra season, or you're dealing with Libra, you could have that in your chart. 3111, 313. That's it. I also see 79, 79 and 97, right? Indian bean. No way. This is come crazy. And construction, Scott pine. So Scots. There is some Scots too. Wise. Oh. So you've got the rainbow here with the linden. And this is peace. This is seeking this peace. And then we've got, are you building the life you want? You've got construction here with the pine tree. Scots pine and this linden. This is, are you building a peaceful life for yourself? But it's in reverse, so maybe you're seeing this, like, and then we've got Indian being in reverse. So I'm going to look and see, those flew over here. So dealing with Libra or during this time in your partnerships where the sun is shining, right? And Libra season, for part of that October, right? Wow. Okay. So that's just how I read it. I don't remember. Indian bean is so interesting. It reminds me of jumping beans, like, but it's a beautiful flower. Okay. Linden. So all of these are in the browns. Okay, so I'm noticing all of these are like the trunk. The browns. Whoa. Okay. Oh, I opened it up to Black Elder, and because that was there in the beginning, I'm going to talk about it. We got 7-2 and 7-3. So grandfather or father energy also. Wow. Cancer sign, Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius, or Capricorn. I have ancient powers and can bring you abundance and protection. My flowers bring you refreshment in the hot summer, and my berries give you sustenance in the autumn. If you honor me, I will send you many blessings. The white goddess who brought benevolence and healing. So elder trees were commonly planted in gardens and on farmland to bring good fortune and protection. Later traditions contradicted this, saying that the tree was malign because they tried to say Christ died on a cross made of elder wood, and Judas Iscariot hanged himself from the elder tree. Elder flower tea is excellent for treating nasal and sinus problems, and a hot decoction of the berries has antiviral properties. Trust in the abundance of the world around you. Concentrate on everything that you want to attract into your life, feeling and thinking as though you already have it, and give thanks for your many blessings. Okay, and that was even the sequoia tree. I met a fabulous person, and his name was Sequoia. Well, it was probably his alter ego, right? Whatever. Really fascinating human being. And so when I see that, he comes to my mind. He helped with finding this core wound. kind of talked about it as seeing the core wound as the actual, like having a necklace, and all these little beads on this necklace are little hurts or memories or something, you know. I'm also seeing like one of those necklaces that you would like bite the candy off, you know. But the thing is, so it's like you're biting off little pieces. Each little piece is maybe something you've got to work through, chew it, process it. But if you find the core that holds all of it together, the root, and you cut that string, all of those fall away. They all fall away. There's a common thing, that's a common thread that's holding all of these little beads, and some of them, don't get me wrong, some of them maybe they're good. I don't, you know. But with this, so it's like asking the question, what is the repeating phrase? What is the repeating phrase that goes through your mind about yourself that might have a negative thing? Maybe someone told it to you when you were a child or a baby, or whenever things are going wonky in your life, this pops in your head about yourself. And then I'm telling you, there was some deep stuff, and this has helped me, for me personally, and I'm sharing this with you so you can have an understanding of how, as a small child, we are sponges taking in our environment. And I've brought this up about the pearls, which I thought was crazy, because a pearl should be something beautiful. You know, a pearl is something that goes through. It's a little piece of irritation, right? And then it becomes some gem. But ultimately, to the oyster or the clam or whatever, it's a tumor. Oh, shit. And we're taking it out and calling it fancy and pretty. Anyways, no offense. I'm all no offense. But there's the Debbie Pearl, and I think his name might be Michael something. But this book is horrific. And it really talks about harming babies and children. And we see a lot of this in the people trying to teach people about parenting and discipline and family counselors. And then they're saying how you should harm them and using the Bible scriptures to justify that. Okay, the point I'm getting at is when I was young, a baby, infant, I recalled, so when I had this session, I guess you want to call it, therapy type stuff, outside in Sedona, it took me to, you know, there was he gave me a list of all these different things, and he's like, are any of these repeating things? Because basically we all have, there is like a list of different types of core wounds that we can have, you know, and you find that one, and then where does that come from? Where does that belief about yourself come from? And mine went so far as me being an infant child and colicky and crying, and my parents not knowing, like, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what's wrong with her. And that was something they couldn't figure out, you know. I was colicky, and so then they'd be like, anyways, the other family would be like, oh, you're doing this, and you're doing this, or you're not doing that, you know. But as a baby, I'm just hearing and being passed around to people that they don't know what's wrong with me. So whenever something in my life would happen where people walk away, or, you know, there's trauma or in backstabbing, when I'm trying to be kind and generous and I'm confused of why this happen, because we're told what you give you receive. So when you're giving out kindness and generosity and love, and what you receive in turn is betrayal, backstabbing, gossip, theft, lying, bullshit, excuse my language, guys, but that's the emotion, right? That's the real thing, the real deal. It confuses you. But so that was something that would happen. And when I realized that, and when I told him that, he looked taken back, because there's not many, I guess, that actually say that. And it's a sign of something else. I don't want to go, I don't want to label things, and that's the thing we're all trying to label something and give us some understanding. So for a while I was like thinking Hayoka, the clown, too. Anyways, I don't know, I'm telling you this, Sagittarius, but there you go. Maybe it has something to do with your life as well. So remember, the first card was olive. So I'm jumping back to this, and this is sanctity. Create a small area in your home that is sacred to you. Decorate it with special objects and spend time there each day, either sitting quietly in contemplation or meditating. Honor this space and keep it special. Yeah, this is your special place. And as you can, I've had to make my own special places. And you know what the weirdest thing is up here? Like, this is I don't get, no one else comes up here. They let me be. And it's lovely, and I'm happy. But there were times where it's just a place in my own bedroom, or, your space is your place. And make it make it feel beautiful. There was something about the symbols, and so not just the symbols, when I'm thinking, I'm like the symbols, like I got like the monkey hand, the symbols. Dude, what's that show that's all creepy that has like the monkeys? It's like Halloween time, so okay, I'm gonna finish. I swear. I'm gonna finish this, okay? Because it is 42 minutes. Why did I say 44? Okay, we're in the Browns here. The Browns. Scott's Pine. Is your life cluttered with too many commitments or possessions? Are you holding on to them because you truly need them, or because they're familiar and you're unwilling to discard them? Perhaps it's time to let some of them go. So we've heard of that thing, like how to like declutter your life. I don't know why, if it's some feng shui. I know there's some type of term, but it's like you pick up an item in your home, and if it doesn't bring you joy, then get rid of it. If it is something that has memories that might even bring up, sadness of someone not there in your life, whatever. If it has an emotional, beautiful thing, but if it makes you angry or sad, or, you know what I mean? Like, if it's not bringing you joy and it's not uplifting, then let it go. It might represent a time in your life that you're ready to move on and let go of. You've learned, and we all change and evolve our tastes, I mean, some things stick, even though some things will stick, because they're what's real and true to you. So this is also about construction, like I was saying, like maybe things need to be let go of, right? For this peace. Maybe your life feels a little too cluttered with too much stuff even. Okay, now I need to go to this. Linden and Indian bean. Linden is the peace, right? That you're seeking. 49. The 12s. Pisces energy. And Gemini. Look at my heart-shaped leaves. If you want to understand my affectionate message to you, try to send out a sense of love and peace wherever you are in the world, regardless of your outer circumstances. Easier said than done, though, I understand. 44:37. You are finding life too hectic and demanding. Look for opportunities to be peaceful and quiet each day, even if you can only snatch a minute or two here and there. Go outside and appreciate the beauty you find around you. Bumblebee. Greek mythology again. Chiron. No way. Sagittarius. I know this is so weird, but I don't know why, but I always, because it's a centaur, your symbol, but Chiron, the wounded healer. But there's also Taurus energy with that, because Chiron is pretty fixed and it's sitting in the Taurus energy, or the Taurus, yeah. Okay, Bumblebee Jasper as a crystal or a stone for you, Sagittarius. Oh man, I used to have a dragon head skull, but it was like sculpted out of Bumblebee Jasper. And it brought me so much joy. And I know it's so weird, but that's seriously. It was a yellow and black. Mother Goddess and Freya. Sacred tree. There's a sacred tree. In Greek mythology, Philyra, the mother of the centaur Chiron, was transformed into a linden tree. A tea made from the flowers calms the nerves and soothes digestive problems. So I'm saying, like, this is really a lot about really soothing your tummy, because that stress can cause this too. Wow. Okay. Sugar maple. Using like maple syrup is like a sweetener even with it, or something like this. Indian bean, and then where is Indian bean? And then I'm gonna end it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been fascinating. This is about vitality 42. Do not overlook the obvious and simple ways of healing yourself. Dang. Do not overlook the obvious and simple ways of healing yourself. Ensure that you have plenty of rest and sleep, and find the time to prepare and eat wholesome, natural foods regardless of how busy you may be. Vitality. My beautiful trumpet-shaped flowers greet the sun in the summer and in the autumn. I show off my seed pods. Let me teach you how to make the most of your many talents and attributes so you can regain your vitality. Cherokee, Native Americans again, hence the Indian tag. Its botanical name comes from the Cherokee name for tree. The Indian bean tree is frequently planted in parks or ornamental interests because it flowers so prolifically each summer. Catalpa wood is sometimes used to make guitars. Gemini. Paul McCartney and the Beatles. There's some Gemini Libra popping with that. And while my guitar gently weeps. I see the floor needs sweeping. Okay, that's the great song. It's like my favorite one off the White album. Wow, Sagittarius. Whew. So, overall message is someone's feeling unconnected. There's some tuning into yourself. Someone's not telling you something. Maybe you're not being honest about something. You know what I mean? Whatever. Honest with yourself about your food, your vitality, your trusting yourself and knowing how to heal yourself. So some of you, and I'm not going to put down, I steer clear of going to doctors, and I don't want prescription shit. I just don't. I've done that before, been there, done that. I've watched it, it's a business. I see all of these things I don't like, but if it's part of, it helps you, it's your medicine, and you believe that and you trust that, then go for it. But I'm saying there's a sense of already knowing, like when you're feeling under the weather or you're feeling nauseous or sick to your stomach or you're tired or whatever, knowing that there's just, you're knowing, oh, I need to go drink this tea or have this or rest, a banana, I don't know, healthier, because it does affect how you feel. And there's no denying that. When you eat like crap, you feel like crap. But crap can taste good sometimes, but sometimes it's like you're forced into it because you're in such a rush. We can have all these excuses, and excuses are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they all stink. But it is a matter of do you want to feel good or not? And if you truly don't know and you need to go, I've experienced, and it's my own experience, I'm not going to go into details of certain things like this in this particular video, but they are practitioners, because I've seen clearly that they're not all knowing, they're human beings. And one thing I have learned as well, especially with having this, YouTube and the social networking and the internet, period, and being able to learn and study, like if something's coming to mind or it's spotlighted, you can just Google it, right? Find a video, find someone who is really knowledgeable about it, or multiple videos to get a clearer understanding on and see the full scope, the full picture, the good and the bad. And that's what I even talked about weighing the good and the bad, the horse chestnut, helping you to see. Chestnut. All of a sudden Christmas, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Some of you, like December birthdays even, No, but I mean, we shift, right? Like Sagittarius birthdays is like all this holiday goodness. Of, even though it's such a cold, dreary, don't want to go outside, you can find this beautiful thing of actually sitting outside and feeling cozy with a blanket and some tea and listening to some chill music, or the fireplace crackling, or you know what I mean? Something like that. You make whatever, you make what you have feel like home. Wherever you are. Wherever you roam, Delica. Where you lay your head is home. All right. Thank you all so much. I hope you have enjoyed Sagittarius. Fascinating. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.